Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. If you're new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. I'm here to make spirituality fun and accessible for you. Please remember to take what resonates and leave what does not resonate, because you are the co-creator of your reality. You're the one who gets to decide, using your free will, the life that you want to create for yourself. Okay, so in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking into what kind of fears or obstacles are you healing right now, and any advice about what it is that you may be struggling with, how you can heal it, how you can heal that fear, and work with it, work through it, whatever wants to come through. They're also going to be showing us what you are healing. So I know for sure we're always doing some kind of healing, especially when we're taking the time to, I don't know, watch like videos like this. Obviously, you're interested in your healing journey. And sometimes even without realizing it, we are healing things. But it does help to be very conscious and intentional about allowing the healing to happen and getting out of your own way. Healing does have a lot to do with releasing and letting go. And it has a lot to do with us releasing and letting go what the things that we've been holding and repressing in ourselves for so long. So healing is an allowing experience, and I'm really curious to know what exactly you've been healing in your life. So that's what we're going to be doing the pick a card reading on. Thank you guys for the support, the positivity. Let's keep it positive in this environment. I mean, you guys always do a great job of that, and I really do appreciate it. It helps me to feel really good about the experience that I get to be a part of with you, and my hope is that I continue to add value to your life in some way. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. Also remember, I do have other things on my channel messages I do. I have a whole playlist of it. I have a whole playlist of my pick a card readings I've done, most of which are timeless. Like 90% of them are timeless. I also do a series called The Wake Up Call that's here to assist you in your awakening process, here to help you let go of things so that you can enjoy your life more and live more in harmony with yourself. And I also have another channel called Shantia's New Chapter, where I talk about more of my personal experiences. Everything is linked below. Let's go ahead and move on to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. Hi beautiful souls, welcome to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. So let me go ahead and introduce the groups to you. We have group number 1 with the Tangerine Quartz. We have group number 2 with the Ukite. And we have group number 3 with the Deep Blue Sodalite. So this is how they all look. There's the Sodalite, Ukite Jasper here. Oh, sorry, Ukite. It's just Ukite. Or Ukitite? Okay, close enough. It starts with a U. And then this is the beautiful Tangerine Quartz there. Let us go ahead and start our meditation. Here is your singing bowl. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely Tangerine Quartz, then this is going to be the reading for you. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead and pull energies, then I will meditate with the crystal, unveil your oracle cards, I will show you the perspective using my phone camera, and then pull some tarot. Okay. Guides, dial me into the energies of group number 1, please. Okay, well, you guys are most definitely facing some big fears in this group. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. I'm already feeling that energy. I was seeing, it was like a mixture. It was kind of like a bird, a spider, and like a skeleton. So there's like some infrastructure that you're healing. So to me, this is your childhood trauma. These are fears that you've had for a long time. You're learning how to release a lot of those, like that heavy weight, and you've been in the process of releasing that heavy weight. I feel like you're embodying the energy of the spider, where it's like to the point where you're enjoying facing your fears, or you're learning how to work with it. It's just like, I have a fear, okay, let's do it. I have a fear, let's do it. So you guys are most definitely my brave group. And the bird imagery to me was just very symbolic of you're learning how to use your wings. You're understanding that you're not trapped. You're free to move, you're free to go, you're free to be, you're free to shift the energy, and you're realizing this. So really powerful. You guys are healing. You guys are doing some really deep healing work with yourselves, and you're doing a lot of releases with this. The time I'm recording this is still March, but like this, there's a really beautiful, significant shift that's happening for a lot of people in the collective from March to April. And April, the equinox, is symbolic of new beginnings. So this group, most definitely, you guys are embracing a new beginning in your life. And in order for us to feel like we can levitate into a new beginning, we have to do those heavy releases. So I feel like your guides most definitely want to acknowledge that you have looked at a lot of the skeletons, right? The skeletons in the closet that maybe at first you associate it with a memory, or you are giving away your power by saying, this person did this to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. But now you're realizing, I get to clean the closet out. I get to be the one who decides to heal. I get to be the one who decides that this drama, this trauma doesn't hold me back anymore from being able to levitate and pursue my dreams. The spider is also connected to creativity. So I think you're also learning how to embrace a lot of creativity for yourself, because I was seeing a ginormous spider. I feel like this group, you're learning how to use your creativity to transmute your energy, to alchemize it, to shift it, to move it, and you're being very intentional with what you create. So everything in our life is like an act of creation. It's not just making art. Everything that we do, it's like the food you eat, what you deciding to sleep well, you deciding what you're going to do in your day. Everything is an act of creation. It's an opportunity for you to decide how you're going to use your energy and to move into a space of like harmony. That's you choosing to heal, right? Moving in harmony with yourself, you choosing to meditate, that's you choosing to heal. You choosing to eat healthy food, that's you choosing to heal. You choosing not to let any kind of like little things pull you down, that's you choosing to heal. So I feel like it's those little decisions that of you intentionally creating a life that is aligned with your heart's desire is pulling you in a really phenomenal and positive direction. And you guys are essentially cleaning the slate for what's about to come, like what you're about to move towards. And because you don't have all of this weight to carry anymore, you're just going to be able to levitate easier and easier. So this is something you're learning how to most definitely access. Okay. Crystal reading. Let's see what wants to come through here. Okay, I was kind of seeing a diamond, and I was seeing 3 parts. So mind, body, spirit, mind, body, soul, whichever one you identify with most. But you guys are learning the importance of all of these areas in your life, and you're understanding that they serve a purpose to work together, and you're learning how to work with all of them. But you're also learning what to give weight to depending on the situation. Like our mind is full of a lot of fears and anxiety. It's just created that way. It's a survival mechanism. And you're understanding that there's a point in time when it's useful, and there's a point in time when it's not useful. The body, I think some of you are taking that initiative to just eat healthier, to relax your body. You know, one of the biggest things that cause so much inflammation in the body is stress. It's stress. You know, food is important, but stress. I think this group, when it comes to stress, you're learning how to relax. You're being intentional with relaxing. You're being intentional with, because tension just creates more inflammation in your body. It doesn't allow things to flow. So you're allowing whatever is going on energetically in your body space, you're allowing all of that to flow a lot more. And I feel like all of this that's coming through is also advice for those of you who feel like this is something you want to embrace more of. Most definitely the guides are saying this is within you're holding the reins, you're in charge, and you have full control over deciding if you want to heal. This is what you can do. Yes. And then we have soul or spirit. So I feel like you're connecting to your deeper essence of your purpose. It's not even like purpose. We're not here to like necessarily find a purpose. We're here to just live life. The universe sort of grants you purpose, and it grants you a different purpose at a different time. Like there's a time you're called to be more of a parent. There's the time you're called to be a teacher. There's the time you're called to create a company. There's the time you're called to be a banker, a firefighter. Like the universe will give you your purpose. So you don't need to necessarily find it. But you guys are finding that attunement, and you're trusting that which you cannot see. You're trusting the guidance system, your inner compass, to just kind of show you the way to where you need to go next here. Okay. So, whoa, there's a lot of energy going on with this group. Okay. Well, you know that all of the energy that came through for that reading was pretty powerful. So I'm not shocked. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited for you guys. There's like a whole, I was talking about like that infrastructure shift or change. So our inner reality always mirrors our outer reality. You guys are like rebirthing. This group has been in a really pivotal process of learning how to rebirth yourself. You are shifting quite dramatically the infrastructure of your inner system, and you're learning how to work with it better. And because you're learning how to work with this, the outer infrastructure of your life is completely changing. Sorry to sound dramatic, but there's a lot of changes that are coming into your life and sweeping you up. Of course, they're all going to come in divine timing. I'm not saying all of this is going to happen at once. I know in our human brains, and as the tarot reader, I'm starting to realize, especially as I'm communicating to you guys, like these shifts happen in bits and pieces. I used to do monthly readings just for myself, and it was always just like basic stuff, eat good, exercise, do some creative stuff. It was very basic, but for the pick a card readings, they're so elaborate because they really paint the story of a huge portion of your life. So yeah, there is going to be some dramatic energy, but I feel like there is some significant shifts. There's some movement, infrastructure shifts that are happening in your life. I can definitely see that energetically here. And it's from the ground up. It's like you're rebuilding something from the ground up, and it's going to start shooting. It's taking me to the plant of the bamboo. Like it takes like 5 years to create like an interconnected map to the other bamboo underneath the floor, so it has the foundation. And then after it's created that connection, the bamboo just shoots through the soil. Like you can't stop it from growing. So you guys are like repairing the soil and the roots underneath. So again, this is like family trauma things, but this is also you're rehardwiring yourself. You're rehardwiring yourself, but because I'm getting that rooted energy in the bones and the skeleton, it's like you're rehardwiring to understand the organic nature of how you're here to be as a spiritual and a human being here on this earth. And it's going to start accelerating some growth in your lives, accelerating some certain processes that have been felt super delayed for you. It's felt delayed, but it's because here's the thing about abundance. It's meant to flow. So they're going to just be like things, opportunities that come in your life that are just going to flow. Everything's just going to flow very easily, and you're going to learn the rhythmic dance of it. Yeah. Woohoo! Exciting. Lots of changes. So you guys have overcome some huge fears, I would have to say. I'm kind of getting like a king author energy. It's like I think I'm getting like a little bit Ace of Swords. Like you've accessed some clarity within yourself, and clarity, like the truth and knowledge of like what the universe is, like the downloads. The universe is teaching you, rehardwiring you on how things operate and how it works, and you're learning how to use it. And it's giving you access to clarity on like, okay, I do this next, and then I do this. I'm getting for this group, some of you perhaps may have skipped over some processes. It's not that we're skipped. We like everything, nothing is like, life is like this. It's like this. We kind of go back to certain things, but we're always growing. You can't go backwards, but you might revisit a memory, an old memory or an old experience, so you can glean something from it, so you can overcome it and move on finally and release it. But I'm definitely getting that for this group. I feel like you're going back into like old memories or old experiences or old ways of seeing life. You're going back to perhaps habits that you had were really good. So it's like you're reclaiming good habits, you're releasing the bad habits. You're kind of understanding like maturity. Like for this group is going through like maturity here, where you're understanding there are some things that you've learned along your journey that you're realizing we're here, like you're gathering in. You're gathering all your tools and you're understanding that they all serve a purpose. Everything that you've learned along the way has served a purpose in helping you through your awakening process and helped you through learning how to merge the spirit and the human aspect of yourself together. Yeah. Pretty awesome, I gotta say. Yeah, a lot of changes though. So when we flip the cards, it's going to tell us what the changes are. But yeah, there's also this fearless energy. I'm like seeing someone dive into water. So I feel like you guys are just learning how to dive in. And to me, that's also like diving in is about diving into your intuition and your like subconscious mind or your intuition to understand what it is that you need to do. Because a lot of things, it's not that like the universe is trying to make your life hard or difficult. It's telling you not to worry because it's taking care of you. And when we understand that that's how the universe works, then we can sit back and just see, okay, what comes up in the moment so that I know what to do in the moment. And I'm getting for this group, it's going to become really obvious. You're going to have like some interesting urges that come up that shift you into moving towards like what you want to do, what you want to create. It's going to feel like, oh, okay, I know exactly what I need. I'm feeling called to like create a book or write a book right now, or I need to say yes to this opportunity. Like it's going to be very distinct. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so let me get my camera phone. Okay, so group number 1. I think the setup is a little different from how it looked last time, but I honestly don't remember what I did last time. I'm like, this looks a little different. Okay, so group number 1, this is so exciting. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards here. Now, what was interesting, so the first thing I have to note is there are a bunch of cards that came out for your group right away. And immediately Spirit wanted to let you know there are some significant shifts that you are experiencing in your life right now. This is a pivotal point. I feel like you guys should like mark this somewhere, take a picture, mark it, because you guys are going through a significant change right now. I mean, I'm telling you, you might want to start pulling out your journals or something to like make memories for understanding there's a significant shift that's happening in your life right now. And I'm so excited for you guys. So let's go ahead and look at the Galactic Gateway of the Light Activation Oracle cards first by Kyle Gray, and then we'll talk about some of the other ones because these are the big themes. So the first one we have is the karmic board clearing. So obviously we talked about that earlier. You are clearing some huge karmic energy in your life. There's a huge release that's happening. Energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. So it's interesting. I brought up the Ace of Swords and I also talked about the story. So that's very weird, but yeah, that's channeling. That's also channeling for you. That's how it works. So you guys are clearing your karmic board. And I always talk about this on my channel. If you want to clear karma, the best way for you to do that is just for you to be aware and conscious. It's not like we're just going to stop feeling those feelings and thinking those thoughts. Those are always going to come up, but the way that you react or respond to them, more importantly, is going to determine how your life is able to, like how you're able to enjoy your life moving forward. So you're not giving weight to your karma. You're not giving weight to your traumas and fears. You're not attaching yourself to that. You're choosing to be intentional about moving on and experiencing something that really makes you happy here. We have the Venusian Galactic Council, Star Being Guides, Answer the Call, Time to Shine. Yeah, I mean, you guys have done some like really deep personal work with yourself. I'm going to go jump to this card here. I'm the light of my soul, third eye chakra. That right there clarifies for you what kind of growth you've been doing for yourself. I am the light of my soul. I am the light of my soul. So you're realizing you have the power. right? It's not about, we always have power sources always trying to guide us towards our inner source of power, but we're the ones who give away our power by saying we don't have any, and then by not doing anything or shifting anything in our lives. I'm the light of my soul, third eye chakra. So again, I was talking about diving into your intuition. You guys are learning how to use very powerfully your third eye chakra to access that intuitive knowledge, to know where to go, where to move. Perhaps very much accessing that clairvoyant energy. 22 is very creative, master creative number. And with that Venusian energy, perhaps you have a significant Venusian placement where you're being called to create. Right now, I was talking about create your life. Not by accident. We have here, I'm present, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Yeah, it's just a repeat here. I am present. You're realizing God's inside of you, basically. Source is a part of you. You're a part of it. You guys are one and the same. You're just a unique expression of it. And, our human body is here to challenge us. We are going to have those fears that come up. It's not like, oh gosh, I'm just in the God energy all the time. Of course not. If that was the case, we wouldn't understand the growth process. Like everyone would just be like, connected to source, but there are realms, right? And in this realm, you're challenged to connect with the divine by trusting your intuition. So yeah, with that light body activation, and like all of these figures are lit and they all kind of look similar. So I feel like you're just learning that you are the light, right? I am the light. You are the light. You create light wherever you go, and you are light, your beauty, your love. I was listening to Michael Singer today, and he was like, you are beauty, you are happiness, you're all of those things. And every time you convince yourself otherwise, it hurts, it's painful, you're lying to yourself. But accessing it is a challenging part here, and you're learning how to access it. We have the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. So because you've accessed this powerful light within yourself and you're learning how to use it, the divine matrix is giving you, you're learning how to see past it. You're learning how to see like the interconnectedness of everything. Everything's just going to start, I'm not going to say everything's working in your favor, but you're seeing the connection, because nothing happens by accident ever. And I know people like to go into this weird paradoxical thing, like nothing matters, everything matters. I'm like, no, everything happens for a reason. It's all here for you to gain awareness. Here, if you want to believe what you want to believe, that's fine. But I'm like, here on this channel with the Beautiful Awakening, the truth is that we are light, and the truth is that we're always going to be connected to wherever we need to go. You'll start noticing as you're going through your awakening process, your soul tribe's going to start showing up. People are just going to start showing up. Opportunities are going to start showing up. And at some point, you're going to be like, oh, it's not a coincidence. This is just the universe. With this telephone energy connection and two-way street, this is the dialogue that I'm creating with the universe here. This back and forth dialogue for me to understand how does everything work. So there's a lot of synchronicity you're going to start to notice, and that's going to be showing up in your life. Synchronicity is always happening, but the thing is with the karma is we get stuck in that energy of not realizing that we can overcome our fears. There's good synchronicity. Like there's things, the universe is always like trying to put you in place, like align you so that you're in a place of like contentment and being harmonious with yourself. And really the divine plan with this divine matrix is just for us to live in harmony with ourselves and life. The way that you go about doing it, you can co-create the experience. But Michael Singer really solidified for me, because I was kind of unsure. I'm like, okay, we're manifesting. Should we be making lists? Honestly, I always felt like I was a lazy manifester. I was just like, you know what? Every time I try, it's painful. So there has to be something to this. And he kind of solidified that for me. He's like, stop trying. All you need to do is let go, and the universe will guide you. So for sure, this group is figuring that out. With this Melchizedek higher learning, you've learned from experience, more inner study is now required to further progress. This card, when you read the book, is actually about celebrating all the growth and the wisdom that you've acquired. You've learned how to access that higher learning, that 9th house energy, that Sagittarius energy, that knowledge from the universe, also 8th house energy and 12th house as well. You've learned how to access that ether to connect to what am I here to do? And I feel like, again, it says you've learned from experience. So you guys have probably gone through your own fair share of trials and tribulations where you've had to go through. The thing is, you didn't have to, but you repeated certain lessons until you learned it. And there's a huge lesson that you guys are learning. It says here, more inner study is now required to further progress. You never stop learning. Life is always about expansion, which is exciting. Okay, so with this Chiron, yeah, you guys are definitely healing some huge with that opposition, huge some things that just have caused you. It says your power struggle. So perhaps you've just felt like you've had a power struggle with life or people in your life where you're just like, why is this so hard? I don't understand. And with that tension, a point of tension, I think you're learning how to just relax, release the tension. Not a coincidence that I brought that up earlier. You're just learning how to release tension. It says here imbalance as well. You're learning how to find balance with yourself. So with this 5 Aries slingshot, tension, strain, sudden anxiety, pressure, launch, stress, I feel like things are about to kick off in your life with that 5 and that Aries. Things are about to kick off in your life. Get excited. I'm excited for you. So something is about to take off. Energetically, this is really exciting. And really all it requires for you is to be present. It requires for you to be present in the moment to know what to do next. For the hot air balloon, the 8 Leo energy, I feel like most definitely you're going to learn how to really start learning how to bring more abundance or consistent. I don't even want to say consistent. Just you're going to know how to flow with abundance because you're ascending. So we have your balance again that's coming through. Freedom. We talked about all of these themes earlier. Freedom, balance, rise above. You're ascending essentially. So they just want to acknowledge that you're ascending past your previous awareness, your previous conscious state. So very much a huge graduation, and my guides have taught me that you can't go backwards. So once you ascend, you ascend. And the thing is, you just know better. Once you know, you just know. And I was reading Gary Zukav's book, and he was talking about how you're just pulled to eat healthier because you're in a different frequency. And it was so funny because I was trying to go back to some bad eating habits, and I was like, I don't even eat that crazy, guys. Like, I really don't. I try to just, eat a little sugar here. There are just certain foods my body reacts to right away. I try to get the organic, no sugar version. My body still doesn't like it. And so I was just like, wow, what is that? And I had to go back to, like, my body basically likes grass, water, and fruits. Vegetables, most vegetables, yes. But it was interesting because I went back to it and I was like, wow, a lot of my cravings have just gone away, just like that. A lot of that temptation isn't as interesting anymore. So I think that's something that you're feeling connected to. And then we talked about the communication, but I think you're communicating with source with this 2 Cancer energy, communicating with source, but you're also listening to your inner voice, and it says here throat chakra. So you're learning how to heal your throat chakra. I feel like this group very creative. You're ready to express yourself, or you're already in that space where you are expressing yourself, but your throat chakra is your self-expression. And I always wondered why I never had a problem expressing myself, but when it came to communication, I still had to heal it because I was a reticent kid pretty much most of my life. And I realized I'm a manifesting generator, so very much defined throat chakra, and I was good at expressing myself, but it still needed some healing. It most definitely needed some healing, and I feel like this group, you're learning how to heal that throat chakra energy. Yeah, just feel like I can express myself, feel free to be, I always think of this woman here, I'm the light of my soul. She looks like the Venus, like Venusian, very Venus-like. And I think that you guys there's like Venus all over your energy here in this reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Guys, can you clarify this reading for me, please? Oh, it's deep. We need to dive in. So we got here the 8 of Cups, and we have the Hermit card. Beautiful. So what's galvanized or really set off the chain of effects that's unleashing itself in your life here, the dragon that wants to come out of you, group number 1, I could feel that, is you walked away from a lot of things that have not been serving you. You walked away. To me, the 8 of Cups to me also represents just being conscious, being aware of what's not working anymore. A lot of the times people go the path of resistance because they don't realize that they have this power. You can walk away. You can decide you want better, and you're reclaiming your power. You guys are very much on a deeply spiritual journey with this Hermit card, group number 1. Your soul's essence. You're connecting to your soul's essence, and the universe, your guides most definitely want you to know, it's like, yes, This is it. This is why there were so many things that we were trying to redirect you towards. All this while you were struggling, we've been trying to redirect you to trust yourself and look within and stop looking outside of this world. There's a lot of people who give great advice, but to be honest, you're not really going to know how to use it until you start accessing the source from within yourself. And I just feel this sense of peace here. I feel like you guys are learning how to access so much peace within yourselves because you put to rest a lot of those fears, anxieties, and stresses that are not a part of your experience here. And there's also this energy about willing to go it alone. It's like you're willing to go on your own soul searching journey to figure out who you are. And this takes bravery. I think it can be very scary because you want validation. You want your mom, your dad. You want people to understand what's going on. And I remember when my spiritual awakening initiated, like, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago. And it initiated, but I got to tell you where I'm at now and where I was at then, it was like, that's two different places. It has been kind of like a slow process. But when it started first, your eyes are just like seeing the sunset and you just want to talk to people about it. And it's so amazing. But then you realize it starts to feel a little lonely because people around you can't necessarily relate right away to what you're going on because it's not for them to understand. It's just for you to go through. It's your life to live. And I think there's something about you just decided, I'm going to go it alone. And the more you trusted this, the more you were like, wow, there's so much unlocking for me. Like everyone will tell you every time they went through their spiritual awakening, it wasn't like with a group of people. Most of them, they're like, I don't know, something happened in my life and I had to go alone. Everyone talks about that hermit mode as well. It's like I had to go into the cave and meditate. I had to stop hanging around people. I had to start figuring out what I wanted. And I feel like for this group, that's what you've been doing. So it's like the walking away, the isolating yourself. It's helped you to just get centered into your own energy, your own light. Okay. Clarify this reading, please. Two of Wands. And we have here the Three of Cups. Exciting. I think things are really about to kick up. You want to tell me more about this Three of Cups? Sun card. Yep. Felt it. I felt that energy. So with the Two of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Sun card, it's so interesting. The Two of Wands, whenever I hear people talk about that card, they're like, oh, it's about planning or making plans. It almost never means that in my readings. I don't know what the heck. It's very weird. But it's like the world is your oyster, right? The world is your oyster. It's kind of what it's showing. It's also giving me this energy of, it's like that shifts, right? It's this gateway, kind of looks like a gateway. He's looking between like two things or two experiences, and it's like before and now. But I think there's a lot of energy, enthusiasm that's about to kick up in your life, especially when it comes to connecting. I was talking about your soul tribe. Look at that. That's definitely soul tribe energy. But most of all, what I'm getting from this group is you are the light wherever you go. So it's like wherever you go, you're just going to connect with people. Wherever you go, I always say, wherever you go, you take yourself with you. And the self that you're taking is this Sun card. So like bright and jubilant and positive and a super magnet for so much beauty and so much, I don't know, excitement to come into your life. Just very jubilant. Like it feels like Christmas. Like I'm getting this energy of like Christmas for this group. It's really exciting. I just feel like you're about to get ready to open up all your presents or something. But yeah, I feel like the universe is just going to send you these beautiful, pleasant gifts. And I feel like it's going to be, there's going to be some really cool, significant shifts that happen in your physical reality. But I'm getting it's going to be like some simple things. It's like someone's just going to like come up to you and be like, hey, how are you doing? It's going to be like little things like this are going to start happening to you quite frequently. Or someone's just going to be like, oh, I had an extra ticket. Would you like one? Or, hey, we're giving out pudding. Do you want some pudding? It's just like I'm getting like random acts of kindness are going to come towards you. And you're also going to want to give out acts of kindness to other people too. But for this group, it's like, yes, you have to go it alone, but guess what? The universe is like sending you family, people, friends, connection, because they're like, yes, you're ready. We want you to connect. We want you to get out in the world. So I feel like you guys, you've been in hermit mode perhaps for some time and you're ready to go. You're getting ready to launch out into the world to show people this positive energy and this growth that you've gone through for yourself. So quite a bit of a significant like manifestation that's happening for you. It's really exciting. Really exciting. Okay. Anything else you want to let me know about this group? Let's just do some final Any advice you have for this group, guys, that you really want them to be aware of? Okay, with the World card. Graduation. Yeah, you are. I felt it. There it is. The World card. The world is your oyster. Come on. Yeah, so you guys are in this like really positive cycle of completion. I was talking about like all of the energies, the cardinal and the new beginning and the equinox, and yeah. So you guys are in this state of like completion. You've completed a lot of it. It's like the karmic energy, that heavy energy. Every time you guys like there's heavy energy that comes up, that's an opportunity to heal something. So usually when I'm starting to feel things, I just go sit and I'm like, okay, I gotta cry something out. I gotta journal. I need to release. I need to release so I can lighten my load. The universe is saying, lighten your load. This group, you've learned how you can lighten your load. And I feel like this is a tool you're going to take wherever you go. And you're going to use it to continuously lighten your load. Yeah. Tell me more about the World card. The Sun card came out again. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Sun card and the World card. It's time for you guys to be happy. Yeah. And this is something I had to learn. Like this year has been incredible because I'm like, okay, are we supposed to follow a purpose, a calling? Am I supposed to do what's in my astrological chart? And my guides are like, no, you're just supposed to do what helps to bring harmony into your life and make you happy. That's it. And you guys are like ready. You guys are ready. You know, Leo energy, we have that 8 Leo. Like you guys are stepping into a really beautiful, bright, scintillating. I'm trying to think of all of the oh my gosh, my candle is so burning right now. Okay. The scintillating, the vocabulary I learned in my AP literature class. You guys are ready to go. So just final confirmation for this group, your guides are letting you know you're ready to go. You are ready to go. You're ready to go on your adventure. You're ready to go anywhere. And the universe just kind of supports you, but you're also being called to listen too, to listen for the insight. Okay, final piece of advice. We got some Mercury and Aquarius in the 4th house. Okay, and let me just pull some clarifiers for you. Awesome. So I was talking about your throat chakra. I was also talking about truth. So usually what happens is when you're able to access some truth, you usually feel called to share it. You know, I was talking about that journey. Like when I started going through my spiritual awakening, I was like, and this is how the world works. And this is how the world works. But you also have to find your right audience here as well. So I think you're getting really comfortable with communicating your ideas, accessing your intellectual, the genius that you're learning how to access within yourself. But they very much want you to use this gift and share it with people. Clarify that Mercury Aquarius. So I feel like you guys are helping to reshape the future here, like moving like Aquarius is always futuristic, humanitarian, like thinkers. And they're giving you some ideas and downloads about how you can create a better future for yourself, but also how you can help other people create a better future for themselves too. It doesn't matter. You can be called to just like, I'm going to build a house, and that's your futuristic thinking. But the way that you built that house, maybe someone's going to look at you building the house. They're going to be like, can you build me one too? Like something that's really good for the earth, and it's all natural, and you know, stuff like that. Okay, clarify that Mercury Aquarius in the 4th house, please. Huh. Ace of Swords. Haha, what was I saying? Psychic. Okay, so I was kind of getting like a rocky energy. I don't know. I was looking at the pentacle hanging down from the 8 of Pentacles here, and it reminded me of like when Rocky was training to box. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like you've been in training. It feels like you've been in training, or perhaps you're learning how to access this more, but for sure, I think you're in a space where you're learning how to access your power, right? So a lot of your power comes from you accessing downloads and truth that the world needs here, and they just want you to keep training. That's it. That's your guidance. It's very simple. It's just like you keep accessing that truth. The way that you feel called to share it is all dependent on you and your special journey. But you're mastering clarity here. You're mastering clarity. Part of that is like accessing the downloads, right? Diving into your intuition, and then like that crown chakra energy, of course. But part of it also is, what was the other thing I was going to say? Learning how to be conscious, aware. So separating. If it's fear, it's not intuition, right? If it's fear, it's not intuition. If it's emotional, it's not intuition either. But you're also learning how to access, like, what's the truth? And the truth is quite detached, but it's here to, and I was reading Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul, or maybe I was listening to him. I don't know. I don't remember. But the truth is, it's not going to create any harm for people. The truth is here to set you free. The truth is here to help you, help life, help regenerate life. So that's the truth. You're accessing whatever that is here. Yeah, so it's like Mercury in the fourth house. The fourth house can be about psychology. So I feel like you're psychological, like whatever's going on up here, you're learning how to use it. The mind does serve a purpose, and you guys have a powerful mind, and you're learning how to redirect it to and use it. You're making it benefit you so that you can access that knowledge to kind of help yourself live a better life for yourself, and then, you know, the world, if you feel inspired to do so. But I'm just getting like whatever creative projects you feel called to, that's what you're going to do. There's no like, you need to build it now. No, they're just like, master the art of like accessing that truth, and then master the art of, if you feel called to share it, share the truth or share that clarity with people. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 1. So powerful. I almost didn't want it to end, but it has to. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this UK, I'm still like unsure because I'm like, I can see the word in my head, but then I'm like, is that how you say it? UK? Okay. Around there. Anyways, if you chose that crystal, then this is your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and pull energies first, and then I will meditate with the crystal, do a reading there with that, and then unveil your oracle cards. I'll show you the perspective using my phone, and then I'll pull tarot. Okay. Guides, dial me into the energies of group number 2. Okay, so I heard palm tree vacation. That came pretty quickly. Okay, cool. So I think you guys are learning how to relax. Really cool. Learning how to relax. You're learning how to easy breezy. Yeah. Sometimes, so I think the thing that you're healing maybe your work ethic, or like work, like it's like working. It's feeling like you have to work. I think life is, we kind of have it backwards. It's like they work together. So like vacation and work. I think some people like they work. Some people they work, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I work so hard just so I could afford, 3 vacations in the year. It's not supposed to be like that. I'm getting for this group, your life is going to start feeling more like a vacation moving forward. So it's like you've been like in work mode, and you're feeling called to like merge the energy of like vacation and work together, and you're learning, like you're going to find a way to craft this. Like the universe is kind of like sending you those downloads to create that for you. But yeah, I think you guys are at this point where you're like, I'm ready to release this energy, like feeling like I've worked so hard, very much like 9 of Wands. I've been worked so hard, and what I'm taught and what I'm taught to teach you guys is that is not the way life works. It's like when you are working, it needs to be in flow. Sometimes there are times where, yes, it's a little bit more work or more labor than we're used to, but the universe always grants you that energy. So it's like if you're working and you're drained, that's not the universe granting you the energy, and that's not the universe telling you to work. The universe is only going to give you enough energy for you to complete your goals here. And so you're just going to find yourself having the energy to do what you want. So I'm getting a lot for this group as well. It's like you're going to feel like you have the energy. You just feel like, I'm so relaxed. I have the energy to create what I want. I'm ready to create the life that I want. And I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, the reason why you don't have the energy is because you have to go get it. Or you have to restore it. The reason why you don't have the energy is because you're giving it away to something else. It could be drama happening in your life. It could be overthinking. It could be just like stressing about anything. It could be about trying to pay stressing out about paying the bills or finances. It could be like your interactions with your coworkers. It could be your interaction with your family members. Like any of those areas, you could be just kind of giving away your energy, and that's why you feel drained. So I feel like you guys are learning how to be a lot more efficient with how you use your energy, which is so important because you're going to need it, right? You're going to need it to heal. You're going to need it to love yourself. You're going to need it to create the life that you want. And it's going to start feeling more like paradise for you. Sorry to be exaggerated, but it's going to start feeling more like paradise. And it's going to be like the simple things. You're just going to be like maybe sitting in your living room and be like, wow, I don't have to do anything. Usually I'm like tired. It's like, oh, I don't have to go to work today. Weird. What do I do with myself? So I'm kind of you're going to be learning how to shift into that experience of, oh, okay, I don't have to like work or stress out myself. And then I feel like the universe is going to also, your guides are going to grant you more of that knowledge for you to create the abundance flow that you need in your life. But yeah, you're creating an abundance flow that works with you. If we're working to create abundance and we're drained, that's not abundance flow. That is not abundance. That's not abundance. Even like the wealth that people create, we think that's abundance. That's not abundance. It's not abundance. I'm like, what's the point of like making all that money if you're unhappy? Like, what's the point? Your abundance should be you being happy. Abundance should be you feeling good with your life. Abundance should be you being able to live the life that you want, where you can spend time with the people that you love. This sacrifice mentality, it just never made any sense to me. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just really like hippie, whatever. But I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. I think we're the ones who have convinced ourselves to think that we need to sacrifice our own fun and our own this and that in order to create this. And I'm like, look, anyone I know who has the narrative of I sacrifice, usually there's a bit of resentment attached to that sacrifice. So I'm like, if you're sacrificing, and you probably got a little bit of resentment hanging on to that sacrifice. And I'm like, that's not the way the universe wants us to feel. They don't want us to feel resentment towards our job or towards our family or towards responsibilities. And the way that we see responsibilities, again, the universe takes care of you. Sorry to be all like flowery with the language, but not sorry. This is what my guides tell me to teach you or talk to you about. Okay. Let's see what this lovely Yukite wants to tell us. Group number 2. Yeah. I was kind of seeing those two visuals merged together. One was like an animal of some sort, like a cat. I don't know, maybe like a cat sitting really still, but it had like antennas attached to it. So something about listening. I think you guys are learning how to listen more, adhere the advice, adhere the guidance that the universe is sending to you. And then I was also getting like someone raising up their hands, like they're like, I'm free. I got the energy. I got the power, strength. You're getting your power back. You're getting your strength back. And it's not because you never had access to it. No. We have access to so much power. It's just, we're giving it away. And the funny thing is we give it away, but no one can take it from us. No one can actually take it from us. I mean, sometimes I do try to clarify that understanding because Carolyn Myss talks about people take our life force, like they feed off of it. People can try to feed off their life force. They might try to, first of all, they might try to take your power. They can't take power because they're left powerless and they're left hungry again. And then people might try to feed off your life force, but they're also left hungry again because you can't feed off of someone else's life force to sustain you. You have to feed off of your own. So I think that life force energy, that power, strength is coming back to you with a vengeance. Yeah. Okay. Crystal time. Oh, this is a really gorgeous crystal. I just love the way it feels. It's very smooth, shiny. I kind of want to bite it. I don't know. I get that sensation. I have never bitten any of my crystals before, but there you go. You're welcome for that share. Okay. Yes, most definitely you guys are healing. Healing. Definitely seeing that. And I'm seeing like, it's like a field of grass. So it's like so much nourishment, so much new growth is happening for you in your life. Before, where the plants were dying over and over, just weren't getting enough nourishment, you're giving yourself that nourishment you need, whether it's like physical nourishment, energetic nourishment. You're learning how to feed yourself and feed your soul. The garden. Yeah, I think you're learning how to access the garden, the universal garden. Never heard of that before, but there it is. You're learning how to access the universal garden. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of engagement here, like people, events, things. So it's going to start feeling like, when you're connecting with people, maybe you've always wanted to connect more with people. You like people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you want to pull away from people or you want to avoid them. You actually do like people, or you want to engage with them more. But I'm just seeing like a lot of engagement with like communities and people, and it's going to feel very jubilant, happy, fun, lighthearted. Yeah, I'm just like seeing, what's that famous painting, The Luncheon, where all these people are at like this beautiful, I think it was pointillism, but it's like a bunch of people at this park, the park of some sort, and they're all dressed in their, is it 1800s? Like 1800 gowns, 1800-year-old gowns, and they have their little parasol umbrellas, and they're eating, and they're having like picnics. That's what life is. I keep getting that like picnic vacation energy for you guys. So really, really nice. Very enriching experiences are going to start showing up in your life too. Wow. Yeah, the last group too is kind of broad in terms of, I was like, why are they telling me your whole life story? But they are. But I just want to let you guys know that is a lot of the energies I kept for these readings. And I just want you to know, of course, a lot of this is going to unfold over time. It's not going to be like whoosh, but this is something that is, this is something unfolding in your life. Yeah, I just keep getting this replenishing garden that just continues to replenish itself. Okay, let's show the cards. Okay. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, so definitely getting your power back. So let's look at your cards here. So the first one we have, I just want to talk about this one. The 9 Scorpio Phoenix. Transformation, eternal soul, renew, resurrection, rebirth, destroy, rising from the ashes, emerge, new era, alchemy, transmutation, ascension. The end is just the beginning. Yeah. I was definitely getting that new growth. So the guys most definitely want to acknowledge that you've gone through a deeply healing, transformative experience within yourself. You're in this renewal phase where you're rebirthing yourself and you're learning how to, like, you've gained so much wisdom from your struggles and experiences and things that have just brought you down. But you're basically going through a resurrection right on time for Easter. It's so funny. You guys are going through like a resurrected period where you're getting a lot of your energy back here. You're connecting to the fact that you are an internal soul. You're an eternal soul. You're connected to this. You're understanding this. And what's been helping to create this experience for you is this ritual, self-devotion, third eye chakra, 24. So I see a lot of you probably have been taking the time to just devote more time to yourself, self-care in all areas. I was watching someone present the other day and they were talking about intellectual self-care, where you read books and you educate yourself. And I didn't think about it like that. I'm like, I guess we have different areas of self-care that help us to thrive. And I feel like you've been attending to all of those areas of self-care within yourself, whether it's, physical, feeling more inspired to eat better, feeling more inspired to think more, focus on that positive thoughts, or just be more conscious. But very much with the third eye chakra, you've been deeply attuning to listening to that inner voice within yourself and seeing like what is it that I'm feeling called to do or change or shift in my life. And the more you've attuned yourself to that, the more you've created this phoenix here, this phoenix experience for you, this ascension for yourself. Yeah, I feel like you're seeing life in a different light now. It's like before it seems a little stark and disappointing, like a drag. But now you're seeing like, oh, there is potential. There's a way to create happiness. And I'm the one who ignites it by shifting my perception. So with the mutable and the Jupiter energy, so surrender, fluidity, welcoming change. So there it is again. There's change happening in your life, transformation, and with this Jupiter growth and expansion. So I think you guys have your soul, like you've expanded into your soul's essence. You've expanded further into growing into knowing how to use it. And the way that you've grown into it is just going with the flow. Even this young woman here, she looks like she's laying down in, I don't know, a lake or some water somewhere. So I think you've just learned how to listen to your intuition, go with the flow of life, and you welcomed it. I feel like before, some of you in this group were resisting change, and you were resisting those little like pushes from those nudges from the universe where it's like, no, do something else, not this, not this, not this. And you're like, but it has to be like this, or it has to be like that. And you realize that the secret was actually to surrender, to just go with the flow. I think I'm just getting this energy for this group is like, I feel like there's go-getters in this group. Like you just like, you're used to like, go get it, go do it, go make it happen. And you realize like, I don't have to do that. That's not my job. My job is not to try to make everything happen or do this or do that. My job is to just listen and then follow with inspired action here. Yeah. But a huge release, you know, whether it's like trauma or experiences in your life that have just been so limiting, you've released a lot of that. And I'm getting this sense that you understand, you're starting to see it for what it is. You know, it's there to help you grow. And I think before you were kind of resisting this, where you're like, is this drama just happening in my life because life sucks? Or is it happening? It's happening for a reason. It's happening for you to wake up. So for this group, most definitely a wake up call, wake up. You are in this awakening process without question. And I think you're learning how to access with that Jupiter energy, that's teacher within yourself. And you're also understanding the soul, or us growing into our soul, it never stops. Even if we stop growing, you know, whether that's into your early 20s or teens, even if we physically stop growing, our soul connection, or connection to our soul, it doesn't stop growing. It doesn't stop growing ever. And you're realizing this. So with this Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Yeah. So again, there's so much about trust and flow with the universe that keeps coming through for this group. You're learning that I can expect the universe to bless me here with this Jupiter. Like blessings are going to come into my life if I just trust it and I go with the flow of it. Also with the star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. So again, they're acknowledging that you have healed. You're learning how to access healing to those wounds. You're learning how to heal. Like we have this figure around the earth. And to me, the earth is like your earthly experiences, those earthly traumas, those earthly setbacks that you've had. They've created wounds, and you're learning how to let it go, let it go, let it go. You've also just gathered, again, so much wisdom, so much knowledge on how to heal yourself here, how to heal yourself, and you're actually recharging, right? You're actually getting your energy back because you're being receptive. You're listening. The universe is always trying to set us guidance to help us heal and move past limiting beliefs, but we're the ones who stop ourselves. We're like, but is that really? And it does help to connect with an ascended master to educate yourself and be like, oh, okay, so that is how it works. But to be honest, I started reading Eckhart Tolle as soon as I experienced my awakening, but I didn't really understand. I didn't understand the depth of what he was communicating until I had to expand my consciousness, my conscious awareness. I had to keep expanding to like really grasp it and learn how to embody the teachings. So I feel like for this group, you're learning how to embody the teachings. Whereas before, maybe you read some books, you learned about some things, and you're understanding most definitely with that 9 Scorpio, you are not a victim. You're not a victim. You're the heroine and you are the hero of your story. You're the riser of the phoenix. You're the riser of the phoenix. I said that wrong. Whatever. Rise of the phoenix. You're the phoenix rising. You're the phoenix rising. Rising. You can use all of that power to empower you and to move forward. And I feel like there's so much power with that Jupiter energy. It's just coming packed behind you to just like create the life that you want. So with the last card, 3 Sagittarius crew in sync, spirit to corpse, working together as a unit. I think you're learning how to work in sync with the universe and co-create with the universe. Most definitely that's coming through very strongly. But in addition, I feel like the universe is going to be sending you people who are going to be in sync with you. So there's something about connections, healing those connections, working in sync with people, whether they're on a different level of consciousness or a similar level, it doesn't really matter. We're still here to work in harmony with one another. And we can find a way to do that by creating harmony within ourselves. Okay, Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Can you clarify this reading for me, guys? It was right. Yeah, so we have the Four of Cups. We have, actually I'm going to pull one more card. Four of Cups, Empress, and the Two of Pentacles. Again, I was talking about abundance. That was definitely coming through for you guys. That garden. She's literally in a garden. You want to tell me more about this group? Yeah, so the work energy was coming through very strongly for this group. So you guys the universe is connecting you to a purpose. So I'm not honestly redefining purpose because we don't have no one purpose, okay? We got like a million purposes and we're fluid creative beings, so we flow in and out of different experiences. And with this Queen of Cups energy, I think you guys are learning how to flow in and out of your different purposes, callings, or experiences. And it could even be like, for a while, you don't even work. You just go on vacation for a little bit. You're finding that balance here. You're finding that balance, that work-life balance for yourself. And I think a lot of you guys needed more self-care. This is something perhaps with that Four of Cups you're just ignoring. Like the universe is like, hello, take care of yourself. Perhaps some of you have struggled with certain health issues that were limiting, or there are certain inconveniences that kept showing up in your life where you were wondering, what the heck is going on? Why is this so hard? I don't understand. Why is this so hard? I don't understand. It's because it's about you. It was about you giving more time, energy, attention to yourself. You needed to do that. And you're realizing, wow, I really needed to give some more time and attention to myself. And I kept ignoring it. I kept ignoring this was knocking at my door. This issue came into my life and that issue came in. And it was just the universe constantly knocking on your door saying, hey, hello, we want you to take care of yourself. And the more that you take care of yourself, abundance is just going to flow into your life here with that Empress energy. It's just going to flow in. I feel like there's a deeply remothering that's also happened with this group, this Queen of Cups and this Empress energy that you guys have done. So, you know, yes, we got our parents, but most of us, our parents are our karmic mates, and they actually are not supposed to know how to love us in the way that we want. Most of them are not. I'm just saying it. They're not. We're supposed to like figure it out on our own because we're self-reliant beings. We're supposed to go through those struggles also to connect with source. So we know, oh, okay, they don't have the answers. My parents don't have all the answers. This book doesn't have all the answers, but there's something inside of me that's telling me to listen. And you guys have been listening to your emotions and your intuition. You've been giving them that listening ear. So maybe with that Four of Cups, sometimes we just ignore our emotions, and your emotions is your barometer. It's your barometer for you knowing, what do I need? What do I need? Do I need rest? Do I need sleep? Do I need to eat better? And the universe is saying, like, because you've been attuning to yourself more, you've been listening to what you need, there is a lot of abundance that is coming towards you with that Seven of Pentacles. So part of you feels like, well, I feel called to work or create. And work, we need to re-hardwire that. We are not here to work. Work is just a natural consequence of like the universe wanting to like use us and our energy wanting to be used. That's it. We're not here to work. We're not here for careers. We're not here for money. But all of those things just kind of show up in your life just based off of how the universe can take care of you. It's the universe rewarding you. It's the universe saying, I would like to take care of you here in this way. And you have you were born with these talents and gifts. You've been working or training with these talents and gifts. So we're going to send you opportunities that align perfectly for your gifts here with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, perhaps you've just putting in some work and you're like, okay, when is the abundance going to show up? And they're like, stop, pause, and just listen. Stop, pause, and listen. Because honestly, you might not be called to be doing much of anything but rest. And we might find it ironic that rest gives us the knowledge or the wisdom or the attention or the energy. But there is. We need to rethink how we see it. Okay. Yeah, I also feel like there's a really powerful opportunity for some of you, like I'm getting like connections to be more in sync with like mother figures in your life or people or nurturers in your life, regardless of the relationship you have with them. You're learning how to find more balance with them with that Two of Pentacles, and you're understanding like I'm just here to work in sync with them and create harmony with them or live in harmony with them. I'm not here to like change them. They're not here to change me. Just love and acceptance all around. Okay, so let's see what advice wants to come through for you, group number 2. Oh, it's dramatic. Ooh. There it is again about the work situation. Yeah. Kind of wants. Okay, so the universe is definitely sending an opportunity your way. It's going to be quite a shift. So we got the Tower card here to start out your reading, your advice here with the Tower card. So there's a significant change coming into your life that is has to do with like the work life that you're creating for yourself. I think some of you just feel called to create something passionate. Like you just know it. You're just like, I know I'm here to create something. I know I'm here to do something. And you do have the skills with the Knight of Pentacles showing up, and you do have the passion as well. But I also feel like this is the energy of someone else wanting to work with you with that Four of Cups. The universe is sending someone your way to work with, and you're just, perhaps with that Four of Cups, you're just not aware of them. It's like a divine opportunity, you know, it's just going to be intuitively aligned for you. And they need you to surrender into this experience here. Surrender into it. It's your emotional maturity, your feminine, like healing your feminine energy within you that is helping to bring this opportunity to you. Yeah, so I feel like this is someone who perhaps shares a similar mission as you. They're also interested in expansion in some way. Like you're perhaps like very committed to wanting to expand, wanting to learn, wanting to know more. And I feel like this person shares that similar passion or mission as you. And they're wanting to grow something here. Right? And I was getting like interaction here. I think it's going to be really fun, really exciting opportunity for you to grow something with people. Grow a garden. Right? That Knight of Pentacles. It's literally about the garden. Grow a garden. And well, so I feel like, so right now, whether they've come into your life or not, so just listen, you know, just kind of meditate on it and just like sit and listen. That might not feel the best all the time. It's like that waiting period, but if we normalize ourselves to it, we learn how to just work with the flow and be patient. Things are going to come in. Things are going to come in when they need to. Plus, usually that wait period is there for a reason. It's usually there for you to heal. It's there for you to rest your mind, rest your body. So I'm getting for this group, like, now's a really good time if you are in a resting space for you to just rest intentionally. And use that as an opportunity for waiting for something to come in here. Otherwise, for some of you, it's going to just be an opportunity, like something's just going to click. We're going to get an idea and you're just going to sense, okay, this is what I should do. This is what I should create. And you're just going to get up and want to do it here. You're just going to get up and want to do it. So because we have 2 knights showing up, I feel like you already have the skills, the passion. You have a strong sense for like what you've always wanted to create in this world that is going to be activated. And this is going to inspire you to create whatever project they're inspiring you to, calling you to create here. Anything else you want to let us know about this? It's like a work shift opportunity that's coming into their life, guys. But with that in sync, yeah, for sure. An alliance. Look at that, Emperor. An alliance to work with someone. Tell us more. Eight of Pentacles. Yep. So it looks like there's going to be some kind of opportunity the universe is sending your way to work with someone who perhaps is quite much more well established. They embody, because you came up as the Empress and the Queen of Cups earlier, I feel like you're more of the intuitive, but you could also be the Emperor and showing up in this reading as well, where you have like an idea. But I think the universe is most definitely calling you to work in alliance and in sync with that group of people here with that Crew card here. They're sending you your people, and it's going to be really fun. I think you're just going to have like the best time working with this group of people or this person here. Yeah, this person is very much hardworking, disciplined, blood, sweat, and tears. They know how to put the blood, sweat, and tears into creating like a business or success. They have success under their belt already. This isn't a mentality with the Emperor that's like they already do have resources. They're very resourceful. They're very resourceful. And perhaps you guys share a similar passion or calling to do something. Okay, let's go ahead and get some final advice. Final advice for this group, please. 2 Taurus, Jupiter. Yep. So there's an opportunity of abundance that's flowing into your life that's showing up around your energy. Let me just see if I can get a bit of like a timing on it for you guys. Can I get timing for this opportunity, please? We have... They kind of gave me a timing card. This is unchanged. At this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. Okay. They don't usually do that. That's funny. Unchanged. Okay. Can you clarify the unchanged? Let's see. Well, we got Jupiter, Taurus. Yeah, and then we got Earth energy again. Okay. So this is something that's steadily moving towards you. Okay. So there's some kind of opportunity that is steadily moving towards you. Here we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the unchanged energy. At this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. So they're just saying it's stable. It's stable. It's stable. And then we have Earth energy here with the Jupiter, Taurus in the second house. So there's like a really stable opportunity coming towards you to create some abundance in your life. Or for the universe. It's like it's a doorway. You know, we have to think about abundance as like a doorway to resources. So there's like a doorway opening up for you to gain more resources. Because we have Jupiter, it's quite a lot. So it's quite a lot of blessings and luck that want to come towards you. And I feel like it's going to feel like a vacation in a way. I do think you're going to have to put in the work with that Earth energy, that Taurus. It's like put in that consistent work, but it's going to feel fun. Because Jupiter has a lot of energy behind it and it's very expansive. So it's like you have a lot of energy to give to this, a lot of excitement to give to it, a lot of passion to give to it. But yeah, it's going to definitely call for you to physically create this experience. It's going to call for you to put in energy into it. And I think you're going to be more than happy to do so. You want to tell me anything else about that Jupiter Taurus in this second? Yeah, it might be something you're starting, like you're learning new, but you have the skill sets for it. We have the Four of Pentacles. Stability. Foundation. Queen of Pentacles. There it is. Yeah. So you're building some kind of new foundation, maybe like a new business opportunity for you, a new collaboration for you that's coming into your life with that Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is something totally new. And it's going to be abundant. So they just want you to trust what's coming towards you. Okay, and that's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely sodalite, then this is going to be the reading for you. Okay, so we will pull energies first, then I will meditate with the crystal, do the crystal reading, and then I will unveil your oracle cards. I'll show you the perspective using my phone, and then I'll pull some tarot. Guides. Dial me into the energies of group number 3. Okay. Very interesting. I think there is so what they want you to be aware of, like what you're healing. I don't know. I'm just getting like the floodgates are opening for this group. I was getting a lot of energy and it almost felt overwhelming. Like it couldn't sit still. It's like this energy like I can't sit still, or I just can't not be inspired. I can't stop it from just coming out kind of vibe. So I think for sure I don't know, there is something what am I getting? Maybe it was like plugged up, or like before you weren't able to access it, but it felt like it was plugged up or something was blocking it. So I feel like there's a blockage that this group has healed because I feel like you guys unclogged something. You unclogged something and it's just like flooding out of you now. Like the energy, the enthusiasm, the excitement, like it's just like something just unplugged and it's unleashing itself. So a lot of inspiration. Yeah. A lot of inspiration is coming your way. And I'm just picking up, it's like mostly like your energy here. It was clogged. Like something was not, I don't know, something was stopping or something was blocking it from being able to come out. You were going through some kind of like a creative block. It could be a energetic block of some sort, but you cleared some kind of block. You've cleared the way so things can just like flood and flow out. But it's like exploding like fire, which is interesting. And I think some of you probably have had ideas or things that you've been called to create in your life or do in your life, or actions you've been called to take in your life, where you're just like, I would love to do this, I would love to do that. And before, you just couldn't see the way, you couldn't see the pathway for it, but now there's like a whole highway for you to just like, you got the whole highway to yourself for you to just go. And I think you feel really inspired and compelled to just like start creating, making, doing things, which is amazing. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through for you. Group number 3. Okay, you guys got you still got a lot of energy. So I feel like I was seeing an octopus, and octopuses are really interesting. I looked it up one time. I've only seen it once in a vision, and it perfectly matched up with the personality. Like, I was describing someone, and it perfectly matched up with their personality. But I do know, like, octopuses are quite unique. I'm getting, like, you guys are, like, you have a lot of, you're very versatile, because I was seeing, like, the tentacles, and there's, like, a lot, and they kept forming more, which was weird. But yeah, there's like a lot of energy that wants to come out of you to create. Octopuses are quite majestic. They're quite intuitive. Anytime I get a sea creature, it's usually quite intuitive. But they're very self-reliant in a sense. You know, if you think about octopus, they live by themselves mostly, and they're really good at, they're also really intelligent. But they're just very self-reliant, and they're very good at coming up with their own, like accessing a lot of ideas and inspiration for the energy of the octopus anyways. It's very good at like accessing what it needs in order to move forward. So yeah, really powerful, really impactful. But I think something you're also getting very clear about is you're understanding who you are, and you're understanding how your energy works. Or you're understanding, I think you had a sense for this, but it just wasn't operating with as much fluidity as you needed. Whereas now, you're like, okay, I can finally access all of my tentacles, and they're all moving, and this is great because now I can move my whole body. Whereas before, I felt kind of shackled to something, or limited to something, an idea, a belief, or an experience. Could be like a job or even a relationship. Like something was just like blocking the energy. But the most important thing is awareness. So I think you gained more awareness, and you realized that you can actually free yourself of whatever that limiting blockage that was happening in your life. And it's allowed you to shift your energy as well. Octopus are quite majestic. They're quite unique. I actually kind of connected to very like unique minds. So what's that? There's a movie that Russell Crowe starred in called A Brilliant Mind. So I feel like you guys are learning how to tap into your brilliance, or your genius. You know, we all got a little bit of genius in us, and you guys are most definitely learning how to access that. And I think the universe wants you to access it right now for you to use it and like wreak havoc. Not wreak havoc, but like paint the town red. Yeah. I'm also getting this energy of like maybe you like a little bit of serious energy, and you've accessed more of your inner child. You're unlocking more of that inner child within you, where you're like, I feel called to create now. I feel called to do this, create this, make this. Whereas before, I was like, I can't see it. I can't see the way, how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to create it. Now you're just like, let's do it. Okay, let's see if I can see anything in the crystal here. Yeah, I think quite self-reliant. I'm just seeing like a guy by himself, like hanging in this vast, like he's in this vast ocean. So the ocean is very much symbolic for source, and you learning how to use your intuition to connect to it. So it's like you got this vast ocean, this vast library to connect to, or the ether to connect to, and you're understanding how you can just connect to it and use it effectively. Yeah. Wow. Run deep. This group is deep. That's pretty amazing, I gotta say. Yeah, you guys are very dialed in, very intuitive. And you're learning, I don't know, there's just some kind of blockage that was stopping you from accessing all of it. It's like what's one of those movies where they are only able to access, you know how they say you can only use a certain amount of your brain, but what if you could use 100%, like Lucy? So I feel like you guys are getting like 100 access to like whatever it is your energy or power was here. Okay, so anything else? Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting this energy of like if you have like some weird, unique, quirky ideas or things that you are maybe part of you is just judging it as weird, or you're like the world's not ready for this. I'm just getting that now's your time. Now's your time, and I think part of you had to acknowledge that you have to go it alone. So I think you are self-sufficient and very self-reliant, but you had to realize that the more independent I am of trusting my own ideas, the more I can just kind of create it. And then the universe will kind of pull to you those right experiences for you to create your idea here or make it, ground it into physical reality for sure. Yeah. I don't know, it's very interesting. I just keep getting this imagery of like diving deep into the ocean to get knowledge. I don't really know what that means for this group, because I'm like, are you just like very deep, or you think very deeply about life, or your ideas are just very original, very different, but you're bringing them to the surface. I just keep getting this like it's time to bring it to the surface, to this world. Like I'm getting like some of you guys have had some ideas for like years and you just put it off. But now's the time to put it on. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta say, these cards do make a lot of sense. Group number 3. That's what I was feeling here. Yeah, with the throat chakra resounding sound 18, yeah, you're ready to express yourself. You're just like ready, like something unclogged. And like this woman is shooting like a fountain out of her mouth. But the throat chakra is all about self-expression. And there's something that was clogging or stopping your throat chakra from being able to, activate that energy for you to use it. And the floodgates have just opened, exploded. It's just so exciting. What really helped me to heal my throat chakra was when I joined my public speaking group. That helped a lot, because before I was like, I'm a very expressive person, I can create, but I wasn't accessing all of the truth, and I had to dive deep within myself. So this group, you had to do some deep diving into yourself to understand yourself more. And this has helped you to access all of that creativity that's been sitting underneath. This 18 resounding sound throat chakra card talks a lot about divine love. Divine love, like it's like all over. And then we have your divine order. But I think there's something, and we have your divine favor. There's something that you divinely love with this fire energy, confidence, optimism, passion, bravery, and this heart lit on fire. There's something that just like lights you up. And you're just feeling so inspired to like live your life, to create, and you ain't playing around. I mean, we got Capricorn, we got Aquarius, we got here the Octurian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Like you guys are downloading some ideas or things or experiences that are going to change the way that we live moving forward, going to change your life, the way that it is experienced moving forward. And I think for sure this group, you guys aren't here to play. You guys are here to create a new earth. You were here to inspire. You were here to shift things. And part of you just felt called to like help society in this way. You're like, I feel called to help society in this way. I feel called to do this. I feel called to do that. But you couldn't really see or access, how's that possible? That's not your job. That's not your job to think about how it's possible. But all around, I feel like with that throat chakra, but I'm also getting like some fire. You weren't feeling as like inspired, or the fire to create this vision, this thing that you've always desired for or wanted for in your life, and something is just lighting your heart on fire. What is it? I think it's like accessing, it's a combination. You could just be feeling inspired by life, but you could also just be learning how to use it more. So I always tell people, like, if you feel like you're not creative, we're all artists of life. I'm like, did you make dinner? Like, did you make dinner? Did you choose your cards? Did you put your outfit together? You think you're not an artist of your life? I think you're just learning how to shift your perception when you see creativity. And perhaps not take it for granted. You do have a brilliant mind. You know, I was getting that from this group of Aquarius and with the future thinking. You have a brilliant mind, but it's like, how do you use that brilliant mind, right? Or how do you work with it? Yes, you may be seeing like some futuristic ideas that are going to take time to create, but it's a dedication. You know, you need to feel passionate about being passionate in order for it to get started, ignited, and initiated so that people can see it. And there's a planning stage here that the universe is giving to you, granting to you some ideas. With this fortress, fortitude, staying power, stubborn, ready for anything, determined, true grit, what it takes. And then we have your Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. I think you have, the ability to create whatever or manifest whatever it is that you want into this reality. But you want to truly manifest something that is in alignment. You want to manifest something that is divine, like magic, into this world. You want to manifest something that connects deeply to your heart. You get the sapphire, mental force, spiritual insight, hope, faith, wise judgment, power and strength, and divine favor, and kindness here. You want it to be like, how can I bring something beautiful to this world that's going to help people in some way? And I think the universe is just granting you those ideas now. It's granting you these ideas now. So, okay, yeah, for sure. Sorry, what I was going to say earlier is, I think the thing that was stopping you before was just belief. It's like believing in yourself. And it helps for us just to be encouraged. Then we have to practice it. Then we have to embody it. And I think you just needed that little bit more of encouragement to see your vision through, to see that you can see your vision through ultimately. And you can trust the vision that's coming to you here. Okay, so what do we have? One Gemini. Yeah, there's a lot of air energy here. One Gemini, one Aquarius, throat chakra energy. All of this is, and then the evolutionary downloads, Arcturian light codes. This is all that like thinking, mental like ideas, like brilliant ideas that you have that are coming through that you want to manifest or ground into this physical reality. And with this fortress energy, part of you just have to be consistent. So that's actually that's the advice that's coming through. Is I think some people, the people that do create the success, they have the mindset, right? We always hear people talk about the mindset. You have to have that staying power mindset. So for this group, it's like in order to manifest like powerful ideas into this world, you have to have that staying power mindset. Visualize, envision, and go with it. It's like, it doesn't matter how weird. I was reading Gary Zukav's book and I'm like, I don't know when that book was written, but I'd have to imagine, because like you read that content now and it resonates with us. But he was talking about dolphins and group souls and animal group souls. He was talking about guides, and I'm like, I have to imagine that when this book came out, people are probably like, he's crazy. Like, what the heck is he talking about? But now it's been at least 10 years since that book was written. Like way more than that, I'm sure. And we look at that now and we're like, yeah, group souls, okay. I'm with it. I'm with the group souls. I believe in that. I can tap into my intuition. So I really feel like we're in this really significant revolutionary period right now, especially with Saturn going into Aquarius, Neptune going into Pisces. By the time I'm recording this video, there's just a lot of us are being called to build things long term, create a new earth, like connect with our soul tribes to like create some powerful things in this world. So this is the time to enact it. This is the time to use that energy to make the best use of it and build things that are going to last forever or a long time. Nothing's permanent, but lasts a long time. So with the Lady Portia Divine Order, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. There you go. I didn't even read it, but I should have. The Divine Order. So you have to trust that what you want to do is what's right. Like, trust yourself. Stop seeking guidance elsewhere. Stop seeking validation elsewhere. Trust that inner source. Trust that inner source to guide you, to show you the way. We all have it, but a lot of us don't really use it. And you're learning how to use that source. You're learning how to trust it and know that when you get an idea and you feel inspired to create it, you're ready to do it. So the floodgates have opened for this group. You're getting lots of downloads for what you're inspired to create, and the universe is activating you to create it. So that's what you've been healing. You've been healing probably your throat chakra, so your self-expression. Perhaps whatever you were expressing before, doing before, it wasn't who you were, it wasn't aligned with who you were, it wasn't true to who you were. So I think you're just learning how to express yourself and trust your own self-expression, as opposed to like, let me do something that other people like. Who cares? Okay, let's go ahead and clarifiers for this group, please, for this reading. Four of Pentacles right away. Yeah, time to build the foundation. Oops. Queen of Pentacles popped out too. Time to build that foundation. Time to build that foundation of success or whatever it is you feel called to create. We got here the Devil card. Capricorn energy coming through strong. Very strong. So the universe wants you guys to create something that's going to build like a legacy. So they want you to know you're building a new foundation. This is new, right? It's a new foundation. It's not going to be like, oh, I just have it all figured out right now. Nah, it's going to take a little bit of adjustment. But they're granting you all of the ideas that's going to help to sustain you for like long-term success, long-term stability here. And with that Queen of Pentacles, yeah. You're going to feel very, very fertile with ideas to manifest into your reality. So this is going to be a very beautiful period for you to just manifest your desires into physical reality. That might also be something that you were healing, maybe something to do with your base chakra. It was a bit imbalanced, or your root chakra. So perhaps you just weren't really grounded into this earth. Perhaps you were just escaping from this reality. Perhaps you always got lots of downloads, inspiration, and ideas, but it kept you in this floaty space and you were disconnected from this physical reality. But now you're connecting this physical reality to your passion and to your ideas, and it's like bam. It's like when you balance all the energies, air, earth, fire, and water, when you balance all those energies, everything just wants to like come out at once. It's all working in sync together. Okay. Yeah. So get ready to put in the work, be consistent. I think that's something you feel inspired to do right now. And just any advice, actually, any more clarifiers for this reading? We'll get some advice in a minute. We have here 3 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the Temperance. Can you clarify that 9 of Wands, please? King of Pentacles. Some of you guys workaholics. Okay, so one of the words that stood out to me was the I'm a puppet here. So the way that money or abundance or prosperity works is a lot of us are kind of giving away our power. So that's kind of like where we've lost sight of understanding what a career or job is people are literally just they're showing up, all of us, we've all done this. They're showing up to work for a job and to like make money to pay the bills so that they can have a roof and all the resources they need. That is not that is not what we're here to do. That is not what we're here to do. Abundance exists for us. Resources exist for us. We're not here to be used by other people's agendas or our own fears. Like, we're not here to let our fears drive us towards chasing money or, all of those things that are illusions. So that's probably also something that you are healing, is like past that illusion, understanding how abundance or resources work here. And some of you are releasing this fatigue or this sort of like workaholic energy. It's good that you have that strong ability to go like work and be consistent and create. That's awesome. Like you're going to need that. You're going to need that. You're resilient. But a lot of you were taking so much onto your plate in regards to how you're building your resources, and understanding that your resources and your abundance is here for you to live in harmony with yourself with that Temperance card. It's for you to experience harmony with yourself and with your life. You're here to know who you are. How you create abundance is up to you, but I feel like you guys are feeling inspired. Like with this Three of Wands, there's a plan, there's something unfolding here where you're just like, oh, okay, now I can see a bigger perspective or a wider perspective of what's possible. Now what can I create with this? Let's go ahead and see what advice they have for you. But yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the King of Pentacles. So I think you guys are very much like stable people, and you're ready to create like a legacy or stability, or bring a lot more stability into your life as a result of understanding the frequency of stability, success, and magic. All of it in one. And success really is, for me, doing something that you love, doing something that you want to do here. But like, consider partnership to be a possibility for how you're creating this. Now let's see what advice they have for you guys. King of Cups. So definitely they want you to acknowledge your emotions. Oh, yeah. Okay. We need to address this first. So we have the King of Cups and we have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, don't be alarmed. Sometimes I see the Ten of Swords and I'm like, no, not that card. It's been showing up so consistently in a lot of readings. So it's just where we are energetically when I'm shooting this. It's just where we are. You're in a space of healing. And you've had to let yourself heal in order for you to access all of this energy, this inspiration, and the clarity for what the universe is calling you to create here. The King of Cups. So I feel like there's just a lot of emotions that were... Like the King of Cups, he's all about his emotions and his connections to people. So I think there's a lot of... There's relationship dynamics, trauma, feelings about yourself that were just stopping you from feeling free to express yourself. Like this group, I think you just needed to get out of your own way. And you've allowed yourself to do so much healing here around it. King of Cups, to me, all the cup cards, very creative, very intuitive. And I think I was definitely picking that up. You guys are very intuitive. You have like a you're open to the ether. You're open to so much. But with that Ten of Swords, you were getting in your own way. You were self-defeating yourself before anything could even kick up. And now that you've perhaps given yourself more time and attention and care to honor your emotions, to understand that your emotions are a barometer for understanding like how you can nourish yourself in whatever way that you need to, so that you can move forward and create more of that life that you want for yourself. I'm also getting this energy of like the world didn't honor your imagination, or you feel like the world would not honor your imagination. That's what I'm hearing in my head. You have to honor it. You have to honor yourself. So it's like, if you have this vast imagination, you feel like the Willy Wonka, like Willy Wonka, very like eccentric mind, very like eccentric ideas. You have to honor that that's you. Like that's you. That's the way you're made. That's the way you're born. You're born to be unique and eccentric and weird. And who the heck cares? Because the people who understand you are just going to understand you. And for the most part, when people really look at a brilliant mind, they love it. Like they're just like, whoa, what is this person doing? That's so inspiring. So I feel like you guys have the ability with sharing your ideas to inspire so many people into seeing like what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're accessing. And you guys know how to access so much. But I think before you were just so overwhelmed by your emotions and not releasing. I was watching Michael Singer the other day, and I'm reading his book, The Untethered Soul, and he's just like, let it go. He's like, every time someone does something to you and you just hold it on, I feel like with that King of Cups energy, perhaps you guys just have the ability to just like absorb. And you have to go back in and surgically just like release. Keep letting it go, let it flow, so that you can unblock that energy, feel free to express yourself. And perhaps you're just like, I don't understand what was stopping me from creating. I have so many ideas. What's stopping me? And I'm getting that for the script too. It's like some of you were just like guilting yourself or beating yourself up for not being able to create. When actually, if you just surrender, you're like, oh, okay. I just need to surrender. I just need to sit. I just need to release. That's it. For this group, it's like you're just being called to sit, rest, release, let it out, let it go. And then the universe is like, bam, bam. Now you got the inspiration. Bam. Now you got ideas for days. Now you're about to create a new earth here. So that's really cool. Yeah. Honor yourself. Honor your emotions. Honor what's going on. Okay. You want to tell me about more advice or any additional clarity you need in regards to this advice guides? If you're Two of Wands, clarify the Two of Wands, please. Judgment card. Yeah, so you guys are most definitely feeling the call right now with that Two of Wands and the Judgment card. You're feeling the call. You're like, I can feel there's this shift in this energy because you guys are very intuitive. You know there's a wave coming here. There's a wave coming. And they're asking you, you need to decide and be decisive about whether you want to jump in or not. Like, are you going to jump in this wave or are you not? Because there's a lot of amazing experiences that want to come to you as a result of you jumping into this wave. But you have to decide. So make that choice. Be solid in it. Like, what path do you want for yourself? Do you want your old life where it's like struggle life? Or do you want a new life where you're doing what you love with the people you love just because? Also release judgment. Again, I'm getting out for this group, like you guys are hard on yourself, like release judgment on yourself. You know, perhaps you do spend a lot of time thinking about things, but release judgment towards yourself about what didn't work, what you were doing wrong. I'm telling you, that's a trap. It's a trap of the mind. The mind will do that to you. It'll be like, oh no, let me get you trapped in this circle. Even though you're like, I'm healed, I'm releasing it. The mind's like, oh wait, no, I'll give you one more thing to think about, and one more thing, and one more thing. Yeah, it's going to keep going. So understanding that we're not our thoughts, we're not our emotions either. Our emotions are a barometer, but your thoughts, you're definitely not your thoughts. You're definitely not your thoughts. Surrender. Okay. Final piece of advice for this group. Pluto. Awesome. 12th house and Aries. I was feeling that fire. Yeah, they put Pluto in the 12th house, and I kept talking about the ether. Wow. Yeah, so anyways, so before the battery died, should have known better. So I'm definitely getting leadership from this group. I mean, we're getting kings, queens here, so there's definitely a strong potential for you to evolve in leadership with that Pluto and Aries. It's in the 12th house, guys. 12th house is, it's a very spiritual house. It really is. It keeps just, the way it shows up in my readings, it's very spiritual here. But some of you may be called to just be more of a spiritual leader in your communities or to share the knowledge of spirituality in some way. But they want you to evolve. It's like the way that you see yourself, Pluto. Transform to become the leader that you know you're here to be. You can just sense it. You know, you can feel this. I'm not just making up stuff. I'm not blowing smoke here. You guys are here to transform the way that you see yourself. You have a powerful calling that's like, okay, I feel called to do this right now. Universe is like, yes, listen. So allow that transformation to happen. And the best way that transformation is going to happen, I always say transformation it really is surrender. It's not about us like doing this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like there are certain things that we feel called to that are going to help us get out of our stuck thinking and stuck mentalities. But with that Pluto in the 12th house, I'm getting this energy of, that is kind of like a hermit. It is a hermit house. So I feel like you trusting yourself to go it alone or do it alone or figure it out alone is what's going to help guide you, because you have access to so much knowledge. And Pluto is about power and rebirth. So you're rebirthing yourself, and you're rebirthing yourself as this like new intuitive leader in your life. And then the way that it expresses itself is just up to whatever comes through, what wants to be expressed here, what wants to come out. Okay, let's just go ahead and clarify that Pluto in the 12th house in Aries, and then we'll end the reading. Seven of Swords. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords here. The Moon. Wow, it's kind of mysterious. That's interesting. And the Tower card. Huh. Can you tell me more about this energy? Empress. Empress. Clarify the Empress here. The King Cups. Okay. Well, I mean, they're highlighting your intuition again. They're also highlighting self-care as well with that Empress energy. What the? Hold on, let me just pull a couple more cards for you guys. Can you tell me more about this energy here? Okay. Yeah. So, group number 3. Oh, and I just saw 333 on the clock. Very synchronistic for you. Yeah, there's this shift that's happening in your life. It's so crazy because they pulled the eclipse card out, and we have the moon and the tower, and that just gives me eclipse energy all the way. I feel like they just need you to trust when to act when you feel called to take action here. But there's some things that are hidden from you, or they won't be revealed to you. Like, not everything's going to be revealed to you. So release the need to know, and release the need to know about everything. And probably these readings don't help sometimes. But honestly, the guides only tell me what they want you to know. They will not tell me more than they won't tell me more than I need to know. Like, they always do tell me things that are, they're like, this is going to help your life to unfold a little bit easier here. You don't have to know. You can always just dive in intuitively or trust the signs. But there's a significant change and transformation that's happening in your life, and just with yourself in general. With yourself in general. Here, with that moon card and the tower. I'm kind of getting this energy. It's like a sacred contracts energy. It's kind of like you have a calling here to do something. And you have a choice to participate or to not participate. Obviously, your life is going to be a lot easier if you do participate. Just because it's you working in flow with the universe. If you resist it, it's going to be hard. So I'm getting, for some of you, you might have asked yourself why certain things were not unfolding the way that you expected them to, or you kept hitting walls. With that divine order, it says a lesson is unfolding. I think you guys are most definitely learning the lesson because you're watching these videos. You're like, you know, these videos, they reveal a lot in terms of understanding that we are here to go with the flow. They just need you to trust your intuition. So you're going to be given some kind of guidance. Some of it's going to be revealed to you, some of it's not. It's very much mysterious here. And when you are given the ideas, to me what that 7 of Swords is giving me, it's like strategy or a way out. When you're given those ideas, just follow it. They need you to embrace this, because I'm getting this for this group, like you're the octopus. You're a little weird. It's a little offbeat, and you're gonna have to go with it and embrace it, because it's not gonna make sense to other people, but it's gonna make sense to you. But there's just so much abundance that the universe wants to send your way. And I feel like they're most definitely aligning you with the right people or connections that are going to help you in this journey here. This might be something long distance that you're like, something that's not where you're at, or it's just asking you to leave everything behind with that 6 Aquarius airplane. Or it's also just asking you, you're the 5 Aquarius too. Like, they're asking you to embrace some original ideas. This is pillory, open dishonor, humiliation. So part of you feel like, if I do this, people won't get it. If I do this, I'm going to be embarrassed. Or if I, all of that stuff. They need you to release that and just do it. And you're going to be shocked. I think, yeah. you're making a lot of assumptions about how people are going to perceive whatever it is that you're being called to create that's different, that's futuristic, that's unique here. But it's going to give you a lot of freedom to like be yourself. It's going to give you a lot of freedom to do what you want. It's going to give you a lot of freedom to enjoy your life. And this is what you've been calling into your life. You're like, I want more freedom. I want to express myself. I want choice. I want free will. And the universe is like, we're creating a pathway for you, but you have to follow the guidance. So I think you guys are going to do it, but they just want to make sure, because it might feel heavy with that Pluto and that Tower card. It might feel kind of heavy for you to decide, like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that, or I'm feeling called to do this. But just start leaning into it. You want to clarify the Empress for me? And just honor yourself. Yeah, they keep telling, like, your health, your thought processes. Most definitely, like, meditate, relax, release, process, journal. This group, you most definitely need to do that with that Empress, Ten of Swords, and the King of Cups. You, like, honor your emotions, honor your intuition. It's so powerful. And I'm telling you, it's like the reason why things have been so hard is because you keep resisting it, and you have to trust it. That's all I want to say. You're in your own way. You're in your own way. And there's just so much that wants to come towards you, like ease, flow. Oh my God, my voice is cracking. Freedom, fun. There's just so much that wants to come towards you. Okay? So that's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye.